way, I'll get you one. I promise you, I will. I don't care.
Said you said that. All right, I'm gonna focus. Let's focus.
Yep. Take one. Scene one, take one. Legend, so I'm just curious, like, for you, what is it that you think, like, your mom, what does your mom do? Like, for like, a living, and what does she do?
Well, mostly after she gets back from the gym, she mostly just goes to her computer and tries to work something out for the Autism Hero Project.
And what kind of work have you seen her do with the Autism Hero Project?
Well, help autism kids in need, help them fund for college, and all the other stuff.
What's all the other stuff?
I don't have time to say it all.
You don't want to say it all?
I don't have time.
Oh, you don't have time to say it all. All right, just give some.
And so while she does that, when Bubbly's not home and he's at work, I make breakfast. So, and eggs, sausages, and toast, really.
Is there one of those that's your favorite to make?
But mostly the sausage, the toast, because it's the easiest.
I'm involved with the organization. Tamika likes to call me her arm candy. I'm also the father of Maximilian, so kind of the guy behind the scenes and the guy that's just involved with doing pretty much what Tamika needs. When we found out about the diagnosis, we had a conversation, but it took a little bit for a couple of days because Tamika she didn't handle it well. At that time, just different thoughts ran through my head. What are we gonna do? This is new. I don't know that much about it. You know, I've heard people with autism and heard some stories and read some articles out there and seen probably a student pass in school. But I didn't have any clue on how really this was gonna affect us. So I know she had spoken to some other people about it. You know, she had written in the book her struggles with the first couple of years after the diagnosis of Maximilian and her starting to write about it. And I know that started to open up ways that she can get involved and what she can do. A lot of the things that we started becoming more aware of, that the needs that we had with Maximilian, and she just brought up to me, she's like, we just probably can't be the only ones. And that's kind of how that kind of got started. And she had conversations with other people, where this could start, how could it get started. And as usual, it's like, hey, let's give it a shot. I mean, I think it was a great idea. Little did I know.
There's been so many beautiful moments on this journey where completely unsolicited, we'll get, just testimonials from families. This is gonna sound so crazy right now, and I realize this, but in the beginning, those moments of impact were when we granted someone a medical insurance scholarship that gave their family access to therapy, ABA therapy specifically, and there were children who were nonverbal, children who did self-injurious behaviors, like as a form of stimming, and individually I would hear a story like, I never thought that my child would say mom, because they had never heard it before. And, legacy is a hard thing. I understand that legacy is a hard word, right? People don't generally think of legacy until death. until something has died, and then you ponder on the impact that someone has made, right? But I don't want to wait for something to die to kind of feel that impact. And I think this year specifically, when I think about legacy, long-term ripple effects that will stay with you, I think working with the Elgin Police Department and working with what at the time was Commander Eric Echeverria, who's now Chief of Peoria, right? And working with Chief Hannah Lally of the Elgin Police Department, that this year is the first time that I thought, what we're doing is legacy work. Eric and I started Heroes Unite, you know, and building this bridge between first responders, law enforcement, and the autism community, where they didn't always feel safe to call the police, right? And they didn't always feel safe, you know, that the people who are supposed to serve and protect them, right? And we created this Heroes Unite event where families and police officers come together and they started to feel safe and see them for the heroes that they are. And I think the fact that Eric wanted to continue that work in Peoria and expand that work, and they created their first Heroes Unite, and now other police departments are contacting us and saying, hey, we want to do that too, is when I started to think, oh, that was not the plan when we started this, but this is good.
Because of the Autism Hero Project, I think the awareness, the education, and everything that has just been it is just amazing in Elgin. It's because of you. I mean, we didn't do this before you, right? So I always like to give credit to now Chief Echeverria. He was a commander at the time, because I always, when programs get started in an organization, a lot of times the history of how it starts gets lost. And so I think it's very important that, Eric, he's Chief Echeverria, but he's always going to be Eric to me, that Eric, that he gets that credit. And it was a very personal story for Eric, Eric's brother and his family, and seeing, autism firsthand and seeing how that impacted, his family's life. And I think that inspired him a little bit.
Obviously, I knew Tamika Morales, the Tamika Morales, and her passion behind autism. And then when you created the Autism Hero Project. And we always had conversations, but I think when this opportunity came up, it was just an opportunity. It was an opportunity for us to bring something different to law enforcement, right? And I've always loved to be able to think out of the box and do different things, because you can't keep doing things the same way and expect a new result. So it was just the right timing, the right people, and the right place for us to just let's roll and do it. I know that I wasn't the only person coming from a family that dealt with these situations, and not just autism, any other, let's call it somebody with a disability. So, I grew up with a friend that had Down syndrome. We had friends that there was other things, and you have to deal with that just differently and understand it. If you've not lived that, you don't get it. You don't understand it. You don't understand the difficulty parents and siblings have. You don't have the ability to do some of the things other families get to do. Vacations are different. Just getting in the car and going somewhere is different. All of it is different.
People see Legend and they see a lot of what he can do, right? And what he's been able to accomplish.
I'm about to face my fear, guys.
What is your fear?
Jumping off of heights from water.
But something is, for some people, that comes second nature, as simple as riding a bike. We started when he was 5. And he really didn't successfully do it without, training wheels and balance and all that until 2 years ago
Yeah.
when he was 12. So that's 7 years now. Were we consistent every day? No, we weren't. But we tried several times, and I would see, honestly, and it would drive me crazy. He just wouldn't look straight. He'd look down, he'd look to the left, he'd look to the right, and wherever you looked, the bike would go. And I really thought this was something we were never, ever going to accomplish. I mean, that was a long time, but we did it.
That's the whole thing. If we didn't keep up with that, we wouldn't let our child surprise us.
Come on. Yes, Mom. Yes. Keep going.
Working with Tamika and her exposing me to more families and how to approach Maximilian differently than I would have approached them, like the way my dad raised me, has just helped me in so many different ways. Like yesterday we went over to the Boomers game and we practiced the last 3 days throwing the ball. So we practiced, I showed Maximilian the basic steps. I wasn't a pitcher, but I understood the steps. It got really frustrating because the first 4 or 5 pitches, we did pretty good. Then all of a sudden, the last 10, it was awful. I recalled on some of my coaches saying certain things to me, and then some just came up at me and I go, you know what, Maximilian? You know what I think you should do at this point? You probably should let somebody else do this and not you. He just looked at me and he goes, no, I want to do it. I go, it doesn't seem to me that it's intentional that you're doing it wrong, Maximilian. It's just that it's frustrating. I don't think your heart's in it. And then he goes, no, my heart's in it. I go, okay.
Can you? Can you? Yes. That's right. Let's go.
Before he goes, right when he got into his position of stop, I kept yelling out 2 words, one motion. When he started to understand that, he threw almost 10 strikes in a row. I myself learned something, but at the same time, I understood his resilience. I'm so happy he didn't quit because yesterday showed it.
As a minor league team and something that's tied directly to the community like we are, we have a lot of opportunities to partner on a variety of causes throughout the season. What you guys do is an incredible value to the community, and it's really important, but it's also near and dear to my heart, having a son on the autism spectrum and seeing the differences that services can make. We have the opportunity to directly help families that you're servicing and give them an opportunity to come out to the ballpark, an opportunity to come out and enjoy a game. Something that we've done as an organization, as long as we've been here, is had a quiet room available. I've always kind of said that the measure of your organization isn't what you take out of the community, but what you put back in. What we're doing, has an impact beyond just showing up, eating some hot dogs, and going home. We can do things and really feel for what is needed in the community.
When I look back and I think about specifically, with the Autism Hero Project, right? Eric coming in and us having that conversation, and you have to believe in what you're doing. A lot of organizations, they're afraid to move a little bit because you will get criticism, right? And so when you meet people like you, Tamika, and it's this, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna go. It's such an honor to be able to partner with you guys and enrich our life here. The officers meeting people, and we have our events, and you see hundreds, thousands of people, and they're engaging and they're talking and they're hugging, and parents are here and people are saying, oh my God, I feel so comfortable, right? And and then it's the education part, so that the officers, when we respond to calls, that we're not doing things that we should not be doing, that we're aware, hey, be careful, hey, think about, slow it down, right? This is a person that, has some needs and that you have to be responsive to. We launched the Blue Envelope program, right? Great way to, have drivers or anyone that come in contact with police to say, here you go, right? What a great way for us to say, okay, hold on a second. This person's behaviors are not because they're being defiant or resistant or obstinate. It's because of this. I don't know how any police department, any organization wouldn't say, this is like a no-brainer, right? This is like, of course you should do it. And you have to continuously make sure that the training gets done. So every year we do training. we do the autism event, right? We're, whatever way that we can support, learn, educate, get involved, clearly it's something that it's as much as, you have said to me many times, right? What you just started from the beginning, you have no idea what you have done for us. And I think that it's important that people hear that and that they know that, right? So that connection that you had with Eric, right? And then you see where we are today, and I can't say enough great things about Eric, and he's one of those people that, he'll change the world. He's doing it in his department now, right? And he's gonna make his community so much better and his officers because he's not afraid.
First of all, I'm very proud of Chief Anna Lally, right? Not only was she my chief, and I still, when I talk about her, she's my chief. I consider her my chief. She's the one that promoted me to be a commander at that police department and gave me the autonomy to just, let's go. Now, I don't know if she knew what she got herself into with 2 Puerto Ricans, right? One being Miss Tamika Morales. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She's a handful. But I'm a handful too, right? And so when we get this power team together, like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this? And we push. I'm sure she at times was like, what did I get myself into? But I love her, and I'm thankful for her that continued. And I'm thankful that they saw the value in this, because it could have been, hey, Eric's gone. Who's gonna run this? But there was other people who were ready to step into the gap, and they did.
If you do that one act of kindness, then that person wants to do an act of kindness, right? And it kind of ripples like that, and that's what our volunteers do for us. There's just such a lack of resources and help out there. I can't be everywhere, and our board members can't be everywhere all at once, right? We have full-time jobs, we have families, we have other things too. And for a long time, I was doing it all. And my family was sacrificing a lot. But I always want to help everybody, even at the detriment of my own family. And that's probably been the hardest part of this journey.
Some of the challenges that we had going through the story of the Autism Hero Project. I mean, I'm driving to go visit some family members that we have to go take care of, and Tamika's on her computer. I look over and she's bawling. She's just crying. So here I'm saying to myself, oh, like, what did I do? Do I have to go buy 2 bouquets of roses now? Like, oh my God, I'm afraid to ask. And so she just looked at me, she just kept crying. So, we've been around each other long enough that I knew I'm not gonna ask any questions right now, and I'll wait. And I said, hey, are you okay? She's like, no. And I go, okay. Is there anything I can do? She's like, no, not for this. I go, so can I ask why are you crying? She's like, Hugo, I gotta call a family right now who we have to tell them that we just can't sponsor them right now. This is a family with a mom that's by herself with 3 children, and they're all on the spectrum. This mom needed a lot of help, and it was breaking her heart that she had to call and tell the mom that your help is coming, just not right now. It was really tough to see your spouse go through that, because that's all she wants to do. She just wants to help. And it breaks her heart to tell them, I just can't right now. Hang tight. Help is coming. Just hang tight.
I think just there's such a big need. I think that's honestly what just keeps me going, is I see need all around. And I see gaps. And I see people who are losing hope, and people who feel helpless. And I see and hear stories, and it just breaks your heart.
You can't get this far without sacrificing stuff, whether it's with your own family, events together, friends. I've seen Tamika, and I mentioned this before also, there's times I have to tell her to shut down the computer. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, to me, it's like, this can wait till tomorrow. She doesn't agree. The amount of sacrifice and the stuff that she does as one individual, it's pretty impressive, and it also takes its toll. I know there's a lot of times her tank's just running on empty, but it's the love of vapors that it just keeps continuing. It's just flowing through, and it just continues that. But it's hard to get in the way of that when you start seeing the results that are coming out of it, the people showing up, people see your dedication to it, the love to it, the reason why you keep doing this. It's opened up so many opportunities for other people to get involved. And again, it's just they love to help. The amount of effort and work she puts into it, it's I would say it's unmatched. It's amazing. And it probably wouldn't be here today where it's at without her doing all that stuff and sacrificing all that stuff too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you think is like the role of the Autism Hero Project? Like, what kind of things does that bring to the world?
Well, it helps the population of kids who have disorders, and try to find a way to help kids who don't have disorders, because mostly a lot of kids don't get the help that they need because they're different from everyone else, like me.
If you don't have the heart for this work, it's easy to quit. So that's why you have to have more than heart to be able to lead with love. You also have to really know that you can't do this work alone. And then I really wanted to just share, as we're talking about love, right? Obviously, Legend was made out of love. But I want to publicly use this moment to say that I could not do this work if it wasn't for Hugo.
Thank you.
And as much as I argue with you and fight with you and scream at you and tell you that you don't get it when you're trying to get me off of the computer at 2 a.m. or you're telling me to shut it down and go to sleep, and I know that you get a lot of the grunt, but I am so blessed to have you as a partner. Even if I don't express it enough, because you allow me to be crazy in my crazy. You know, if, ever came down to an ultimatum, I would choose you. As hard as that would be, but I would choose you because I love you and you don't make me choose. And that's probably the biggest act of love on your part. And I'm grateful. I'm very grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you. People don't remember what you say, but they remember how you made them feel. I think of Chief Lolly, that's legacy. It's nice and clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to share this with you, and I would love to know you're like the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
The word that you love so much that is too big for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too big for you. This is truly how I feel about you.
Thank you.
You are a legacy hero.
Thank you, Tamika. Thank you. Thank
And
you.
I am so honored to announce this year's Legacy Hero of the Year is Chief Analali.
Thank you. Give me a hug.
You know what makes it? I think of Chief Echeverria. That's legacy.
I'm very intentional with my brother. He's a grown man. And when I see him I hug them and I kiss them. If somebody sees me, I should be like, man, what? That dude just hugs up on that guy all the time. Man, I love him. I want him to know that I love him, that I love him dearly, that I will always have his back, even if he doesn't know it. And that I'm going to do everything I can in my power to make sure that people like him are never targeted and nothing ever happens to them.
I think of Senia and Juan.
Yeah. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. Are you ready? Come here. So, I want to show you something. So, Juan Graciani is going to do this. Are you crying? Oh my God. I was always making me.
And I think about all the people we've ever awarded, right? I think about, Christina and Maddie and Mariah, right? You know what? I even think of Shannon, who was at the Boomers game yesterday, right? I know how they have made me feel. And I know that they make our work better. And if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do this work. And that's legacy. And so I think it doesn't have to be a big thing. All that people do, they do it because of an act of love. And I want people to feel loved. The whole reason why I created the Autism Hero Project, it was my love letter to my son. It was my love letter to Legend. And the Autism Hero Project is our love letter in action. And people's works is their acts of love. And that's legacy.
Excitement down towards the pitcher's mound. And we're gonna let Hannah take it away.
Boomers fans, as Brendan just mentioned, it's time for our ceremonial first pitch. Teasing up for Maximilian Legend Morales. There it is, Max.
Obviously there's some differences there.
Hang out. Tamika.
I said, hold.
Oh.
I heard you talking, so I said,
Oh.
don't let him talk.
Okay.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? Tamika, close the door.
Man. Is that you?
No.
Is that you?
It shouldn't be. Excuse me.
Yeah, you're good.
My apologies.
No, you're good. Hey, Legend, I'd love to hear, like, how do you start your day normally? What do you do?
Wake up. Yes.
And then?
Pretty much use the bathroom.
Don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Keep waiting. Yes. Don't stop. You can do it, baby. You can do it.
Maniac mom.
So that's a long answer to a short question, which I probably answered about 5 of your other questions. Okay, but that's good. All right, I like to be thorough.
This is why I love her. Let's go.
Yes.
Is that door closed?
Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna go back 5 years ago. All right. When you were less gray.
Let's rewind.
When you were less gray.
Yes, I was definitely less
You had
gray.
a few less wrinkles.
I did. That's why I just let this grow out. It covers my wrinkles.
We're gonna. It might be year 5 for Elvin.
We're spreading the gospel of Heroes Unite.
Woo! I love that.
That's what we're doing.
We're spreading the gospel of Heroes Unite. Man, your father will be proud when he hears that.
Sir is doing fantastic work and is doing things with Autism Heroes Project. I was gonna make sure I say that right.
You didn't say it right.
I know.
the Autism Hero without the plural.
I know.
But you know what? It takes
The
a lot of
Autism
heroes.
Hero Project. But it takes a lot of heroes to make the project work.